Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So it is a beautiful spring April day out. Today is Friday the 19th and it is just so incredibly nice out. I think it's about the high 60s and it is super sunny out. Just extremely nice. My kids are home from school today because of spring break, so they're outside having a ball playing and I am working on my budgeting. So it's payday from my normal full-time job, so that means I'm going to stuff my envelopes and figure out my budget for the week. So I have everything that I need here. Got my wallet that has 6 of my envelopes in it. I got my cash, and then I have my sinking fund envelopes here. So we will set these aside for now. And I am going to get into the week that we are on, which is right here. Hold on. Okay. So we are in April week 3. And I am using the Erin Condren coiled notebook for this, as well as my cash envelope sticker kit for the month of April. I do sell these on my Etsy shop, and I do have May's design out and listed on my Etsy shop if you are interested. I will post the link in the description below. But we will just lay down these stickers. So we have cash envelopes week 3. I hope you guys had a really good week. I did. It seemed like the week went by pretty fast, and actually since the kids were off of school today, I only worked my full-time job for about half the day. So I could come home and spend the rest of the day with them and get some things done that I needed to do. So that is what I am going to work on now, so that I can spend the rest of the day hanging out with them. Okay, so I am going to get started here. If you guys have been with me before and watched my previous cash stuffing envelope videos, you know that I always start with credit cards. And for those of you that have been with me for a while, know that I used to have a lot more credit cards than what I do now. I paid off a lot of them with my, or the majority of them, with my tax refund. So I knocked out a lot of my credit card debt, which was really a big relief, I should say. Okay, so we will start here. The first one that I have is Apple, and that one is $6.75. And then next is Walmart, and Walmart is getting $8.75. And the last credit card is Capital One, which gets $40. So there are my credit cards. Figure out what color. We'll just do a darker color, or darker purple. I'm using the Erin Condren dual tip markers. So one side is the marker side, one side is more of the pen, and she has tons of colors. I love these markers. So we will do our total with these. Oh, couldn't find my phone. My desk is a little messy. I've been cutting tons of stickers for some orders for my Etsy shop. So my desk is kind of in shambles, which usually happens. I think it's almost impossible to cut stickers with the Silhouette machine without making a mess. So $55.50 is my credit card total. We'll mark that there. Okay, the next category that I do is loans. And if you were to purchase this kit, this cash envelope kit, or the one for May, and I actually have two different designs for May, but it comes, so these are personalized for my own use, but it would come with the same thick washi that says cash envelopes week 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, because there's 5 weeks in May. The thin washi that goes underneath of it, and then you would get one that is debt, sinking funds, expenses, and then two just blank, or whatever the color is, just blank ones. And actually, I think I have one here that I can show you guys. This is where I keep my stickers. Let's see here. Envelope, here it is. So this is one of the kits, so you would get a budget kit with it, and then these are one of the designs for May. So then you just get 5 of these for each week of the month. So, pretty cute. And then I have another design, which I don't have any of those printed, but it is the same design as this. It would look similar to that type of design anyways. So those are in my Etsy shop if you're interested. Zoom you back in here. Okay, so going back to loans, I have, this is the wrong pen, and I don't know what pen I was using. I think it was this one. So I have Western Federal, which gets $56.75, and that's the only one that I categorize into the loans portion. So my total for that one will be $56.75. And then the next category for me is car, which this would be my car payment as well as my car insurance. So my car payment goes through UNI, and that is $153. And then my car insurance is $20. So those two together would be $173. So that is it for my debt portion of expenses. And then I'm going to start on the opposite side, and we're going to start with expenses first. These ones I do kind of a virtual method of cash envelopes for. So I use Capital One 360. So I'm not pulling money out of the bank, and I don't have actual cash envelopes for these ones. But these ones over here, my expenses and my sinking funds, I do have actual cash envelopes for. So, whoops. We will start with expenses. So my first expense, weekly expenses, gas. And this week I'm going to bump it up to $50. I had been doing $45. Groceries, I do $60. Spending, I do $40. And then cell phone is $120. And that's not just for me, that's me and my oldest son. He has a phone, and it's just a basic phone, so it's an extra $20 a month just for the line. And then we share the plan, so it works out well. And then my daughter's tumbling. Oops, I put $120. And that's not even right either. $120 is my monthly bill. $30 is what I put away weekly. Okay, tumbling is $20. Okay, so we will get these totaled. So we have 50 for gas, 60 for grocery, 50 for gas, 60 for groceries, 40 for spending, 30 for phone, and 20 for tumbling. So that gives us an even 200. And then my last category would be sinking funds. Okay, so I have quite a few sinking funds, and I kind of add them when my budget frees up a little bit, or something changes. You can add, take away. That's the beauty of sinking funds. So first I have car maintenance, and that gets 12. And then hygiene gets 8. I think I want to change the name of this sinking fund to beauty. Or maybe not even that, I don't know. I use it basically to get my kids' haircut, my haircut, and my eyebrows waxed. That's what that category is for. So I'm thinking about coming up with something different than hygiene, but I don't know what to choose, so I'm not sure yet. Medical gets 5. Gifts gets 10. Kids is 15. Christmas is 20, and then my newest sinking fund is Sam's Club, which also gets 20. And we did just go there over the weekend, or last weekend, so I did use, I think I had 40 in there. I did use that 40. So we're starting over with it, but that's okay. So we'll take all these. So we have 12 for cart maintenance, 8 for hygiene, 5 for medical, 10 for gifts, 15 for kids, 20 for Christmas, 20 for Sam's Club. So 290, or not 290. I was thinking of that total and the expenses total together. 90 for sinking funds. Alright, so now what I will do, I'll do this in a different color. Okay. So now I'm going to fill out my amounts here. So I'm going to do transfer, cash, and then total of those two. And then we will do my total income for the week and how much is going to debt snowball. Alright, so my transfer total is going to be these 3 amounts added together, and that is what I transfer into Capital One 360, and then once it gets there I disperse them between these 3 accounts. So I have one account for credit cards, one for loans, one for car, and then I just pay them out of those accounts when the bill is due that month. So $285.25 is my transfer total. And then cash total, so this is just the total of my expenses and the total of my sinking funds, which is going to be $290. So then we'll just add these two together. Oops. Oh my goodness. If I could work my calculator. So that is going to be $575.25. And then, so my income for this week was $629. So I'm just going to take that $575.25 and subtract it from the $629, so I get $53.75. So that is what is going to go towards my debt snowball this week, and I am currently working on paying off Walmart, which currently I think has a balance of around $800, but I also haven't put anything extra towards it for the month of April yet. I usually do that at the end of the month with everything that I've collected throughout the week, as well as whatever I have left from Etsy and YouTube and whatnot, so I do that at the month. So my Walmart bill is due on the 18th, so I have already, actually I need to go schedule to pay that, or no, I already scheduled that last week to pay the minimum payment, and then I take, at the end of the month, I just take all of my debt snowball amounts, anything extra that I have, and then put that also towards whatever bill I'm working on, which right now is Walmart. So that is that. I am going to get my envelopes ready and the cash ready so that we can stuff the envelopes, so I will be right back. Okay, I got everything ready here, and we will start stuffing these. So we will start with gas, which, like I said, is getting $50. I don't use the trackers for the back of my expenses envelopes, and this one is empty, and so we'll put $50 in there. So with gas, I live in the Midwest, and gas is obviously cheaper than it is in other parts of the United States, such as New York or Canada, or not Canada, California, or even Canada. We haven't had gas over $3 for a really, really long time, and it's actually not even there. It's $2.69, but it was at like $2.30 something, so when you go from $2.30 to $2.69 in a really short amount of time, to us people in the Midwest, it is high. So I feel bad for those of you that have gas even in the $4 range, but $2.69 for us in the Midwest is high. Groceries get $60, and I still have $5 left, so we will add $60 to this one, which will put us at $65 for the week. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, sorry about that again. And then I want to tell you guys, I do sell these cash envelopes in my Etsy shop as well. You can get them with, or let me find one that has it, with the tracker on the back or without the tracker. I sell them all both ways. So they are a made-to-order type of thing. So spending, I have $4 left over. So I'm going to add $60 in there, $20, $40, $60. So we will have $64 for spending. Cell phone. I have a lot of ones in here. I think I am going to take that $5 that I had in groceries, the $5 bill, and I'm going to trade out some ones here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I'm just gonna stick these ones back in my grocery. So, and actually I have another 5 ones. I'm going to take 5 out of my gas. Or wait, no, that was a 10. Oh, I should have just done that. Oh well, I'm not going to redo it. Okay, so for cell phone right now I have 10, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, which was basically just last week's contribution. So this one is going to get another 30, which will put it at 60 for the week. So in 2 more weeks, 2 more pay periods, I will be able to pay that. So cell phone is done. Next is tumbling, and there is still money in there, which means for those of you that have watched my cash envelope videos before, know that that means I have not received a statement yet from my daughter's tumbling school. So they're not super regular about getting their statements out. It could be 2 months before they get it out. So I'm still waiting for that. So I just keep putting money aside, and then when the statement comes, then I pay it. So I currently have $100 in there. We're going to add another $20 to put it at $120. And it's $60 a month. So, but then for recital, you have to pay for the costume, and I don't really ever know what that's going to be. That's why I do $20 a week to put it at $80 a month just to cover me for her costume and whatnot. Okay, so now I'm down to my sinking funds, which for my sinking funds I do use the trackers for. So we'll start with car maintenance. So last week that one had 168 and I have not used anything, so it should still have that. And this one has a lot of ones too. So it has 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68. So I'm going to add 12, and then I'm going to do something with this one too, because this envelope is getting kind of thick. I'm going to take some of the 20s from grocery. Not some, all. I'm going to take this $60 from groceries, put it to there, and then take out 60 and 10. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Then we'll add this back into my grocery, because I use my grocery envelope way more often than I do my car maintenance. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. I'm going to do another $40 and do that from the spending. So taking, oh, and you know what? I was not supposed to put $60 in spending. I was only supposed to put $40 in there. Good thing I caught that, or I would have been short $20. So I'm going to take this, put that with car maintenance, put that $40 in spending. Am I confusing you guys yet? Just makes it a little easier so the envelopes aren't so fat when you get so much cash in it. That's the only issue with sinking funds, especially one that has an odd number like car maintenance, because it has a lot of ones, so the ones add up pretty quickly. So we should now be at 20, 40, 60, 81, 120, 140, 160, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and now I'm going to trade this 10 for one of the 10s that I just put in my spending, and hopefully that is all the money switching I'm going to do. So this one now has 180, and it's in 20s and 10s, so the envelope is not going to be so thick. So, and then with these, they're laminated, and the tracker as well as the label is on the inside of the lamination, and then I just use these Erin Condren wet erase markers. Pretty fine tip. They have other colors in the pack too, but I just use black for the trackers. And then I just write here the date of whatever transaction it is, whether I'm adding or taking out. I write the amount, so I'm adding 12, and then I write the new total. That way I don't have to take it out to count it every time I want to know. I just can look on the back and see exactly how much I have in there. So car maintenance is done. Hygiene, I did just get my haircut and my eyebrows done the other day, so I took out that $16, so it has 0 in it. So we're going to add 8 to this one. And like I said, this is the one that I would like to change the category name on. I just don't know what to change it to yet. Maybe beauty, I don't know, because it's for my boys' haircuts too. I know that really doesn't matter, but... So this one is back up to $8. Medical, sorry. Medical had 55. Okay, sorry, I had a coughing attack. Medical had 55. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, and we'll add another 5, and I'm not going to make you guys sit here while I trade that cash out for bigger bills, so we'll just leave that for now. So for 19, we're adding 5, which puts us to 60. Next is gifts. So gifts was at 50 last week. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and we'll add 10, maybe, which will put that one now at 60. And my youngest son's 8th birthday is coming up in a few weeks, so this envelope will come in handy pretty shortly. Next is kids, and I could use this for gifts too. I mean, if I were to buy, you know, stuff for his party and his presents and whatnot ended up. Okay. I am missing the money out of the kids category. Okay, I remembered. It's in my car, in my purse. So anyways, this one has $145. It's just out in my car. I almost had a heart attack for a second because I knew it was in here. So I'm adding 15. So that'll put this one to 160. So 2 envelopes left, so we're at Christmas, which last week had 120. So 20, 40, 60, 81, 120, so we'll add 20, which will put that one at 140. So 140 for Christmas, and then last is I did finally make a Sam's Club envelope. So that's good, and like I said, we did go to Sam's Club, so I used $40 out of it. So we're just starting fresh with this one. Adding 20, which puts our new balance at 20. Alright, so there are the envelopes are all done. And then the last thing I do is I just go into my life planner, into my monthly spread, and I just see what bills are due in the upcoming week. So today is the 19th, and so I am just looking at every day but in this pay period before my next check, which is here. So the only bill that I have is this Capital One. So I will go through Capital One's website and then do an online payment for that, which will pull from my Capital One 360 account, the credit card portion account, and it will pull that to pay for that because I've had 4 weeks of that minimum payment being put into that account. So I have that entire thing ready. So that's the only bill. The next bill that we have due would be for next week, which would be my car payment, you and I. So yeah. But otherwise, I think that is it. If you guys have any questions, let me know down below. If you saw anything that you were interested in for my Etsy shop, I'll post that link in the description below. Give this video a huge thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do, as well as click the notification bell so you never miss out on a new video, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye!